All right, time for the next set of slides. This little mini unit is called Money in Your Life. And make sure that you have the note-taking guide called Money in Your Life Note-Taking Guide open in a split screen so that you can watch this presentation and take notes at the same time. So, first question, why does feeling happy matter? If you are a happy person, it means that you have high well-being, and high well-being comes from feeling good about your life. You know what? I forgot to tell you that you have a blank to fill out on your note-taking guide. It is just asking what is well-being. So well-being, if you don't have that still from last time, and you can feel free to answer this in your own words, but it's just talking about feeling good about your life. Characteristics of people with high well-being. This can mean that they are positive. That means they feel gratitude, enthusiasm. They have a level of satisfaction just about their life in general. They love what they do. They usually have work or play hobbies that they really enjoy. They are in healthy relationships. People with that are dependable and they are, in a loving relationship, that kind of thing. They also usually find meaning in their life. Maybe they realize what they are good at and they try to use those talents in the way that they can be used. They make sure that they spend their time on things that are priorities for them and things that make them feel like they're important and giving and things like that. And they also feel achievement. They feel successful. They feel like they are a success. So, those are the things that we're all hoping for, right? Whether we have them or not, maybe a different story. So, on your note taking guide, make sure that you are listing the things that are on the left side of the screen here that are positive, love what they do. That's going to go in the first row of blanks. And then what are the 5 well-being domains? We will get to in the next slide, I believe. So how a person measures each of the factors listed on this screen are going to be different, but the factors are the same. So one person may measure success differently from someone else, but the feeling that you personally are successful is up to your own definition of success and whether you have achieved that success, that level of success or not. Blue ribbons may mean something to one person, while having a positive bank balance means means the same thing to someone else. So the domains that you can divide these into, and that'll be the second row of blanks on your note-taking guide, is physical, intellectual, social, emotional, and financial in that order. So being positive, that's a physical domain. Actually, are these? Whatever. Yeah. Intellectual, loving what you do. Social means you're in healthy relationships. Emotional is finding meaning in life. And financial is the part of achievement. Give you a second to write that down. These are just the areas of life where you can feel success and happiness and find well-being. They can be interconnected. So if you do not have well-being in one domain, sometimes it can affect your well-being in the other domains, making you feel less content, stressed, unhappy, angry, whatever you may feel in one domain is now going to bleed over into all the other domains, unfortunately. But it can also go the other way. If you feel good in one domain, sometimes that can help you to feel good in other domains. Um, your financial well-being affects, we're not going to talk about that yet. Oh, that's fun. I'm gonna go to the next slide here. What contributes to well-being in each domain? So you might be wondering, how do I make sure that I am feeling physical well-being in that domain? Sorry. So, taking care of your body, that's what this is talking about. Exercising, getting enough sleep, eating well, getting any medical issues taken care of or under control. Those are going to um, promote high physical well being. Intellectual well being comes from gaining knowledge, using that knowledge, learning to solve problems. So, kind of just using your brain and maybe just getting better at it. Some people who enjoy puzzles, crossword puzzles, or learning new things, learning new languages, all those things are exercising your brain, and that can help you to feel intellectual well being. Social well being, this comes from having a network of friends and family. So, just people that you can lean on, you can talk to, maybe being a part of a community. And that could be a lot of different things. It could be a group of friends, a hobby group, a church group, whatever it could mean to you. Just being like feeling like you're an important part of that group can help you to have high social well being. Having that sense of belonging. So, therefore, the opposite can be true. If you feel like you are not a part of a group, it can lead to a low social well being. Emotional well being comes from how you feel. Do you feel like you are worthwhile and you have a purpose in life? And that, of course, is something that's going to fluctuate throughout your life and is going to change based on, a lot of other factors like the other areas of well being. But in general, you can have a good high emotional well being from having a good outlook on life, developing strategies to create a healthy outlook on life. So even if you don't feel like naturally you do, you can come up with ways to help yourself in that way. And I'm getting off on a different topic here because this is about finances. Moving on. Financial well-being. So this is the last one. It's based on your financial outlook. So in general, to sum it up, it means if you feel like you're doing well with your money, then you are going to have high financial well-being. If you feel like you've got it all under control, you are paying all your bills and you're saving for retirement and everything's on track, then you're going to have high financial well-being. If any little link of that chain is not in order, then it can lead to a lower financial well being. You want to make sure that you are managing your money in a way that builds that sense of competence and sense of control. And so that should have helped you fill out the last row on your note taking guide. And we'll swap to the other side. So, financial well being is what we're going to focus on some more. And that is something that will affect your overall well being. So, sometimes whenever you are having financial trouble, or you may have seen people who have this, it can lead to a lot of stress and therefore a lot of issues with your relationships, issues with your body physically. You can obviously have emotional issues. Now you're feeling like you're not living up to your potential. You're not doing anything right, and you can kind of go off on a negative path there. So, the financial realm, especially, is going to be able to affect positively or negatively all the other areas of your well being. Uh, it is important to create a positive financial well being. So, after you have enough money to pay for necessities in your life, so your basics, your housing, your um, clothing, food, how you manage the rest of your money is going to determine whether or not you have high financial well being. So, most of this class is about figuring out how to manage your money well. And it is critical. That's a critical component to increasing your financial well being and your well being overall. I believe that answered the question, one of the questions on the back page, second page for those of you doing this digitally. And next, understanding your feelings about money. So in addition to managing your money well, it is important to kind of be in tune with your reactions to what happens with your money. If you are around a lot of people who are managing their money better than you, that can make you feel worse about your situation. If you're around people who seem to at least have more than you, sometimes that can make you feel a lot of feelings that maybe you should be spending your money on things that you really don't need just to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak. You might have feelings about having enough money to purchase your basic needs. So that can be positive or negative. Maybe you have it all under control, and then that makes you feel great about yourself. Or maybe you have run a little short occasionally, and that can lead to a lot of stress. So it's helpful to maybe figure out why. Why do I feel stressed? And it could be that you are feeling incompetent, like, "I should be able to do this, and I'm not doing it, and that makes me feel bad about myself." Or it could be that, like, maybe, you've given too much. Maybe you are a giver and you wanna give to everybody in the world who wants it or give gifts to people and things like that, and so it's a positive, emotion that you're trying to express, but then it leaves you with not a lot of money to pay all of your bills, and so you end up it ends up being a negative thing, and so you need to kinda figure out, "Why is it that I'm wanting to give them money? Or things, and what can I do to express that desire without going in debt or running out of money?" So you can read the rest of that on there, but what you'll write on your note taking guide is you are wanting to ask yourself one question regarding your feelings about money. So all of those are listed here. You can just pick one and then move on. So how can you create positive financial well-being? Well, all of the things that we've talked about so far will help, but specifically to be able to um, create a financial well-being apart from everything else is to participate in some financial planning for your present and your future. Financial planning is defined as, and this is on your note-taking guide, managing money continuously throughout life in order to reach financial goals. And financial goals are defined as specific objectives that are accomplished through financial planning. Give you a second to write that. And obviously, you can pause this video as long as you need. So, what does successful financial planning look like? You're going to ask yourself, what makes me happy? And then you're going to use financial planning as a tool to help you reach that happiness. So, maybe that's going to mean a lot of things. Nice cars, nice houses, nice clothes, or maybe it's retiring at a young age. Maybe it's going on a lot of trips, having a lot of experiences, giving a lot to other people. Whatever that means to you, you're going to use financial planning as a tool to help you get there. And then you're going to individualize that financial plan and continually evaluate and edit your financial plan as life goes on, as things change. You get a new job, you get married, you have kids, that happen that are going to alter how you have to spend your money, or what money you have to start with, and then just keep tweaking it until you reach your goal. Click.